Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for June, 21st, 2025. So, yeah, Saturday we went out for a walk this morning, and then I remembered that I needed to go get money for the lawnmower guy. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna go to the bank. So I went over there. Sorry about that close up. So I went over there and there was a food truck over there, and I was like, ooh, I wonder what they have, because at this time it was already like 9:30 or 9 maybe. It was kind of, we got our walk out late. And so I went by there, and there was tamales. I love the tamales. I love the tamale trucks. Even when I see like people out there like with their hatchbacks with the coolers in the back selling tamales, I love those. They taste so good. They taste so fresh, and they're not dry like when you get them from the store. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I saw that truck, and whenever there was tamales, so I went ahead. Look at this is what my today's brunch. This is brunch. Right now it's about 11:30 right now, and I was putting the plate together, and I was like, oh, let me show them what I got. So I got basically 12 tamales for $15. And you know, leave $5 tip, right? And then so this is ground meat and ground beef and pork, which I kind of like that, because I think if it was all full beef, I might have stomach problems, because I've had issues with beef for the past year or two now, and I think it's because I was doing some research on it. If you get bit by a certain tick, it makes you have issues with eating beef. And because I was out on the road, I got bit by a whole bunch of ticks. I'm gonna tell you, I probably should get checked for Lyme disease, but the what do you call it? The symptoms for that, like, I don't have any, so I might be lucky with that. But I might have that thing where, like, it's, you know, eat beef and you're just gonna have some stomach problems, you know. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if that's for sure. I would need to get specifically checked for that. So, I mean, I don't make diagnoses on myself, but I kind of give it consideration. And, you know, but I still, you know, look out for myself, right? Because I don't like to go to the doctor. I don't like to go to the VA. I don't like the care. I don't like the care. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like the care at the VA. So, I mean, it is what it is. What can I say? A lot of people, too, don't. A lot of veterans don't. They don't like to go there. They don't like to experience the VA. You know, I found that out on the road. Nobody likes to go to the VA. A lot of people don't. If it's something that's like, you know, you have to go because it's a physical, you know, you broke your arm or you did something, you know, you have to go to get that fixed. But when it comes to certain things, the VA just is no good. No good. Especially in the mental health department. They are no good, okay? They don't know how to care for their patients, and they're rude and nasty over there. I have not been to a place where they were nice, except for Long Beach VA. Long Beach VA was a pretty nice place, and my therapist was really nice. I liked him a lot. He wasn't pushing drugs down my throat, so, you know. But other than that, you know, I don't like to go to the VA, so I do constantly try to look out for myself. Don't like the fast food, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Anyways, but also I met someone today. I met this guy named Todd, and he was really nice. And he's a veteran, and he's I think he mentioned he was 65. He don't look like that though. He's a tall dude too, and he rides around his bike around here. He knows the neighborhood. He has some friends that live on the corner there, and he's really nice. And I sat with him for a while, and I was chatting with him. And you know what? We have a lot of similar things that have happened to us in the past. So I sat with him for a substantial amount of time. And when I was there, and he was telling me how he works for this guy in the town, whatever, you know. I don't like the guy who kind of runs the town. I don't like him, you know. I never met him. I don't know him. I haven't spoken to him. But from what I'm hearing, I'm getting like bad vibes. But I can't 100% go off of what everybody says, because that's just not right. That's like hearsay, and that's like, you know, I have to make judgments on my own, right? I found that out. When people talk about other people, I don't place judgment on them right away. I need to see for myself, right? Because we got people out here who just talk bad about other people, and they're lying, you know. So That's why it's better, you know. This guy I met was very nice, you know, and he told me he worked for this guy. He get jobs with him, and then he mentioned something about food or something. He's like, I'm like 35 pounds underweight. And I was like, you are? You know, it's hard to tell. He's tall and he's slim. So, I mean, I don't know. He looks like a basketball player to me, if anything. You know, I don't know. And I said, well, they don't cook at your house? Or he's all, well, not really. Like, they don't, you know, they just whip something up quick and that's it. I guess it's nothing big deal there. I gave him all the tamales. I gave him my whole bag of tamales. I'll just get another bag. They're right there. I get another bag. And so we exchanged numbers, and I told him, I said, man, you should come around here sometime. You can, oh, my gardener's here. You should come around here sometime. Maybe, you know, you can eat dinner or something sometime. And he's just a really nice guy, okay? He's just nothing. I wasn't thinking nothing. I was just thinking friendly, and I was like, yeah, we should make some sort of gathering of some sort so the veterans can get together. He's like, yeah, you know, so I like this guy. He's nice, you know. So, we'll see what happens. I told him he can stop by today if he wants. I told him that I leave, though, you know, to walk the dogs and stuff, or I travel. So if the car's not there, I'm not there. But he ride around on his bike around here, you know. I don't know if he even has a car. A lot of people around here, they don't even have cars because they don't go nowhere. They don't do nothing. They don't, you know. And it's a shame because people should really get out and explore. Maybe one day I'm going to ask him if he want to take a walk with me at the park with the dogs. Maybe a Goliath or something sometime. Who knows? But that's all I have. My gardener's just pulled up. So I'm going to go ahead and get his money ready for him. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'm Mona, Sacred Giallachino's Verse Video Journal Diary for June 21st, 2025. I'll talk to you next time.